Hello, Micheltorena Eagles. This is Cecily, and I am so looking forward to seeing you next week back on campus. And last night, I had a little trouble sleeping, thinking, feeling, worrying. And in that moment, I had to remind myself, wait a second, I have 12 tools that I can use to help me navigate these feelings and this situation. And so I thought I would make this quick video, a little overview review, as a reminder that we all have these tools, because I forget sometimes, especially when I'm feeling really, really stressed. The first one, friends, powerhouse tool, breathing. And that's actually what I did as I was trying to fall asleep last night. Here's what I want to say about breathing. Two things. In our house this summer, we started with exhaling. Get it all out. And then we did the deep breath to bring in the good. Second thing about it, I always need to do 3 cycles. 3 good cycles of breathing in and then letting it all go. Breathing in, letting it all go, and then the clincher is that 3rd time. And letting it all go, right? That's when I actually really start to feel relaxed. And then I can think more clearly about what I want, what I need, and how I can communicate. Second tool, quiet, safe place. Recall that this can be a literal quiet, safe place. A lot of people talk about beds and how it is quiet and safe often next to a bed, in a bed, under a bed. But also remember that it can be a visualization exercise. It can be a quiet, safe place that you create and can come back to when you're starting to feel anxious, angry, stressed out. You can say, wait, let me go to my quiet, safe place, which for me, this hot summer, has been this hammock that we used to have in our last apartment. Just rock back and forth. So for me, to go to my quiet, safe place, I envision myself in the hammock and I start to think more clearly. Third tool, I listen with my ears, I listen with my eyes, I listen with my heart, right? Once I have breathed, once I have gone to my quiet, safe place, that's when I can really listen to whoever I'm with in that moment and say, oh, wait a second. Okay, let me listen to learn what it is that you need. Listening. Very closely related to empathy. And it can help so much in making a situation better. Empathy, you will recall, putting yourself in the other person's shoes so that you can imagine how they are feeling. Once you have breathed, perhaps gone to a quiet, safe place, and then you're able to start listening to somebody, you can think, oh, okay, let me learn empathetically about how it is that you are feeling, what you need, what you want, so that I can better understand how we can move forward from here. Empathy. Next one, so important, especially during hot summer days, personal space. And the only thing I want to say about personal space, as we are all using it, talking about it this year, is that sometimes it can really hurt my feelings when somebody asks for personal space. And just to say, that's totally normal, and everybody needs personal space sometimes. And I just want to acknowledge that if your feelings are hurt when somebody says, hey, I just need some personal space right now, it's totally normal. And then you can use all your other tools, breathing, taking time, using your words, in order to be able to let that person have their personal space. Next up, using your words. So important. Especially when I was younger, I did not realize that other people could not read my mind and just know how I was feeling and know what I needed and know what I wanted. It's a real skill to figure out over time how to use your words to let somebody know explicitly by communicating how it is that you are feeling, what it is that you need, what it is that you want. And using your words can be in person with another individual. Using your words can also be writing it all out in a journal, which I find so helpful to use my words to figure out what's going on with me. Using your words. Next up, garbage can. So often in life, it is necessary to let things go. But I know I have to use my other tools in order to really, truly, genuinely let it go. And not just be like, okay, I'm fine, but really I'm not. So that's an ongoing question for right now and for the rest of your life. What tools do you find helpful that help you get to a place where you can let a grudge go? Because for me, I always, need to use my words with another person and see that they hear me before I'm able to truly let it go in the garbage can. Guys, taking time, crucial. We all need it, right? All that means is it's totally okay for you to say, I need some time. You're in a situation, somebody might be upset, and you might not be ready to have a discussion about it. That's where you can use your taking time tool and say, you know what? I need some time. Next up, please and thank you. How do you feel when they ask you something, adds the word please? Or after you help them out, they say, thank you. For me, I feel appreciated. I feel seen. I feel valued. So please, thank you. Always great tools for letting other people know that you care and you appreciate what they do for you. Guys, what's patience doing here? Because after please and thank you, we have apology and forgiveness. Guys, this is a big one for a brief video. Apology and forgiveness. Because I know, for me, the biggest thing about this tool is the work that I need to do when I make a mistake, or I hurt somebody's feelings, or I do something that I feel bad about. Because sometimes it takes me some time. And I have to use my other tools to go from being like, I don't know why that other person's mad, to journaling about it, thinking about it, talking about it, until I am ready to truly apologize and say, you know what? I thought about what I did from your perspective, from your experience, and now I understand why it is that you were upset. I am sorry. Apology and forgiveness tool, guys. It's a big one and a lifelong skill. Next up, patience. Right? This is that tool. You just have to keep working it on a piece of wood to get it smooth in the way that you want it, and that can take time. Patience. I am strong enough to wait. That's what patience is all about. And, for example, like with the apology, sometimes it means I have to be patient with other people, and sometimes it means I really need to be patient with myself and say, I know I'll get there, just not there yet. Patience. Last tool. What is it? Courage. Guys, courage, of course, is related to all these other tools, and again is a lifelong skill, and so important in school, at home, out in the community, right? The courage to maybe help somebody out who's having a tough time, to maybe step up in a situation and say, hey, this is not okay. We should do something else. Courage. It says, I have the courage to do the right thing. Sometimes we don't even have the courage in the moment, but we can come back to a person whose feelings have been hurt or who's been in a situation and use our words and say, hey, I've thought about that situation a lot and I wanted to do the right thing and address it and check in and say, is everything okay? That's it. How many tools? 12. Here they all are. Do it with me. Breathing, my quiet, safe place. Listening, empathy, personal space. Using our words, garbage can. Taking time, please and thank you. Apology and forgiveness. Patience. Courage. Thank you, Micheltorena Eagles, and I look forward to continuing to use tools with you as we start up school next week.